Okay, so as a solo founder or a solo developer, or let me just say a solo guy, how do you figure out what to actually focus on? So what to actually release? Let's say you're working on a SaaS company or a SaaS product. How do you figure out what features to work on or what features to prioritize over others? If you're working on any other business, how do you prioritize what you should work on, what is less important than others? And yeah, basically that. This is actually a problem I've been facing recently, where I have so many things to do and everything feels as important as the other, but I don't know what to actually focus on. The thing I did to actually solve this problem for me, or let me not say solve the problem because it's a temporal solution. So basically what I'm doing right now is just that I'm starting with the easy tasks, because if everything is equally important and something is easier than something else, it means doing the thing that is easier than something else will actually take you a step further instead of doing something that is maybe more difficult or more exciting. Even though the easy thing is not as exciting, as long as it's easier and it's as important as the more difficult thing, I think you should start with the easier thing. Anyways, that is what I'm doing, and so far it's pretty good. So welcome to another startup vlog where I'm going to be going you through me building a $1 million educational tech startup in I don't know how much time. It's currently 6:50 p.m. so my day is not supposed to start at this time, I know, right? But I slept the whole day because I slept very late yesterday, and I guess it's better late than never. I have a lot of work planned for today. I didn't really work too much yesterday because I had to be somewhere and I was somewhere the whole night, so I wasn't able to do a lot. But first things first, you got to feed the body that works. So right now I'm gonna go eat something, and then when I come back I can start getting to work. So let's get right to the eating. I'm just done eating, and one thing I have to say is that the way Chipotle serves food is horrendous. They're serving someone so little, like it was, I don't know, how can I even describe it?
How can I describe it?
Anyways, I didn't even want to eat too much anyway, so let's just leave it like that. I didn't want to cause a scene. Anyways, we're getting back home, then we gotta get to work. I'm going to tell you what I'm working on today as usual, so let's get straight to it. Okay, it's currently 11:40 p.m. Here's the time right here, 11:40. So what happened was that I got back home by 7:50. I took a nap, and a really long nap, because anytime I eat I need to take a nap, because sleeping helps you digest faster. So I always take a 2-hour or 3-hour nap. But what happened today was that instead of taking a 2-hour or 3-hour nap, I slept like for 5 hours, just because I wasn't willing to wake up. Wasn't I willing to wake up just because I had a lot to do? I was thinking about all the work I had to do. It just started feeling so overwhelming that I didn't want to wake up from bed, honestly. So it took a lot of struggle, a lot of pain to wake up and get to this chair right here. But we're here right now, so let's get to work. I have a couple of things to do. I have to work on the email section, because today I'm going to be reviewing students' projects, so I need to also send them an automatic email after reviewing their project and giving them feedback. So let's get straight to it. One big thing I wanted to make in this platform was the ability for students to submit their projects directly on the platform. Because before we built the platform, I was basically using WordPress, and then I switched to the school platform, school.com, that is currently owned by Alex Hormozy. So I needed more features, I needed more stuff, so what better thing was there than to build my own platform. So right now students can submit projects on the platform. Let me just show you how it is. So they go over to the project. There is the ongoing project that each student is going to see depending on when they subscribe. So here are students' project. You basically enter a project right here. You can see the project description, and then here's all the description, and you have the submit button right here. So students are going to submit, and here they're going to be able to view their feedback after their project is graded, and they can see their grade. So yeah, that's basically it. Let me also show you the admin section where I can see student submission. Let me just open a project. For example, I can modify a project here, and then I can view the student submissions right here using this button right here. So I can click on view submissions, And here are all of the student submissions where I can download their submission, edit a grade, and give a feedback. We're going to start working on the email section so that anytime I give a feedback to a student, they can automatically receive an email with the feedback I sent to them. So we're going to be doing that right now, and then so let's get straight into it. Okay, progress has been made. We are done implementing the emails when a project is being graded and feedback is received. So this is the email here. So basically this is the email that the admin will receive anytime a project is graded. Here is the email that the student will actually receive. Okay, so I've implemented the emails. So the next thing now is to modify the interface for the feedback so that the students can have a cool little interface to view their feedback in a more organized manner. So I'm just done reviewing student projects. So actually there are two types of projects I reviewed, because when you're inside the program you learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React.js and so on. It's a full stack development program. So once you learn HTML and CSS, there is a large project for you to do. Once you reach JavaScript, there's a larger project and so on. So I graded projects for the HTML and CSS project and the JavaScript project. For the HTML and CSS, I review it according to the design fidelity, because we basically give the students a design for them to replicate and implement with HTML and CSS only. So there is design fidelity, we have code quality, if the code is properly indented, properly commented, assets are put into the proper folders and so on. Finally, you also have responsiveness, obviously for obvious reasons. You must make your website responsive in today's world. And then for the JavaScript project, it's basically a website with a currency converter that the student has to implement. So basically the currency converter will get them to do either two things: either download the JSON file with all the currencies inside and all the conversion rate inside, or use an API to do so. I prefer to use an API, but anyone works, because in a real world scenario, depending on your project requirements, you can decide to use anyone, but using an API is always better. So for the JavaScript project, we grade it according to the three things in the CSS project, that is design fidelity, code quality, and responsiveness, and also functionality. That is what is done with the JavaScript. So let me go ahead and show you two of the best projects that I reviewed. And one thing I want to emphasize on is that all these students started with zero coding knowledge. So I'm really proud to see them making so much progress in just 3 months, some just 2 months. They have made so much tremendous progress. Sometimes I wish when I started coding, I actually had someone to guide me. I actually could register for such a program, because back in Cameroon, there was nothing like this. I actually spent over 8 years trying to learn how to code by myself, failing, giving up, stopping, coming back, and so on. So I'm really proud of all the students, especially the ones who did very well. So let me just go ahead and just show you what they did. This is the second project that requires the students to basically implement the JavaScript tool. So the way we do it is that we give a Figma design file and a description for them to follow certain instructions. And when they're done, they basically come and submit it below. So this guy actually had the best project. The only problem here was that he didn't use the correct fonts. As you can see here, the fonts here are different from the one he used. But overall, his implementation was pretty accurate. And even his currency converter works pretty well. So if I tap on 2052 here, it actually converts. It actually works and converts pretty well. And it's also very responsive. So everything is working well. It's also very responsive. You have the navbar right here. Yep. And for the project that required HTML and CSS, this is basically the description right here, and this is the project. This is by far the best implementation among all students, and it's also very responsive. So since this one didn't have any JavaScript, so for the navbar, you only require to set it this way in a block form. But overall, this was the best project. Even the code, this is the code quality, properly indented, properly commented, and yeah. Right now, I kind of feel like a proud dad, because a lot of my students who started this program, I kid you not, did not know anything about programming. Like, most of them didn't know anything. Some had a little bit of experience, but most didn't know anything. But when I review their projects, I see that a lot have done tremendous progress, and I'm very sure that by the end of the program, everyone in the program is going to have a level sufficient enough to be able to get hired or to be able to build something substantial. So it took me a couple of hours to review all these projects. We're over 40. It's also a little weekend project they had to implement that I reviewed, that I didn't just show just because it's not a very big project. but I spent a lot of time, over, I don't know, a couple of hours reviewing this, and it's pretty good. We're done with this one. There is still a couple of things on my to-do list, but the most important have been done already. That is, those ones have crossed already. Those were the most important. The other ones are just things like recording TikTok videos, editing a video, what else? Working on the mobile application development course and finishing the current program courses. Yeah, so that's it. So basically, yeah, that's it for this vlog. I'm not going to stop working. Actually, I'll keep working. I'll edit this video, record some TikTok videos, also record some art creatives. Though I'm not really trying to go hard on art right now, I still need a way to talk about what I'm working on for people to know about it, to get new students and so on. And I'm also working on something else that I won't share right now. I'll only share it when it's ready. It's actually another SaaS application. So yeah, that's it for this vlog. I'm really grateful for everyone who keeps following. If you're with me on this journey, big ups to you. So if you're not subscribed to take part in this journey, and see you in the next one.